Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the 4 reasons why you should start an SMMA, a social media marketing agency. So let's get right into it. The first reason has to do with the growing demand. There's a growing demand for social media marketing, and it's quite funny because I get a bunch of questions on a daily basis through DMs, through my free Facebook group community. I get a bunch of questions, and it's people asking me if social media marketing is still a thing, if social media marketing agency is still doable, if they can still get into social media marketing agency. And every single time I get those questions, I honestly just laugh, simply because digital marketing is going nowhere. And in fact, businesses on a daily basis are realizing that it's the only way to grow online, really. They're realizing this, they're getting FOMO, and they're seeking for marketing agencies that can just get the job done and fix it for them, and almost get it out of sight and handled by a marketing agency. Also, there's a ton of new businesses being opened every single day that are not making the same mistakes as those businesses that hadn't implemented social media marketing, and they want to implement it right from the start because they know that by doing so, they're going to be getting an incredible jump start. And it's just an incredible way to grow their new business, right? And really, this is validated by the number of new Shopify stores being opened every single day, right? Shopify has grown incredibly fast over the years. I think last year they had a 50% growth year on year. It really speaks about the growth of the e-com landscape. And if that's not even your niche, if your niche is gyms or it's restaurants or it's dentists, even then there's still new businesses being opened up every single day. And most importantly, there's a ton of businesses that have been around for a very long time, and they're realizing that so many new businesses are just killing it with digital marketing. We've seen a ton of examples. I'm talking big brands that have established themselves as an authority on the back of digital marketing. We're talking Gymshark, we're talking Kylie Cosmetics, we're talking Drunk Elephant. These are just e-com stores. If you guys haven't heard about them, definitely check them out. But also, a ton of local businesses that are just killing it down the road, right? They've got, their lead generation taken care of, and they're realizing that that's the way to go for them as well. So that's really one of the things that I want you to keep in mind, guys. This growing demand, the demand is going nowhere. In fact, it's increasing year on year. The platforms might change. I talked about this in this video right here. Check it out after this video. I talked about how the platform might change and we might need to adapt. It might not be Facebook ads, it might be TikTok, or it might be, whatever the next, Byte, whatever the next thing is, right? And whatever the next platform is that can generate the highest return on investment for our clients. But the social media still holds in place, right? It's by far the most underpriced platform to advertise, and where you can get the most trackable, tangible, and best results out there right now. That is really the first reason why you should start an SMA in 2020. Second reason, I talked about this in one of my later videos as well, but I really want you to drill this idea into you, which is longevity. And if you're new to the channel, obviously, you might not have come across this idea that I put out in one of my earlier videos, but basically, businesses will always need marketing. Honestly, I just don't get when people think that SMA is going to be gone in a few years, right? Because it literally cannot happen. Businesses will always need marketing, and they will always seek out marketing agencies to take care of that, because there's huge benefits in hiring an agency over getting an employee. For example, the firing process is very, very painful for an employee. It takes up training, takes up space. They also have to pay a ton in taxes, insurance, so all this stuff, right? Most importantly, they need this thing handled, right? They need this thing handled almost out of sight and handled by a team of experts. And so they will always seek marketing agencies, and marketing agencies will always have businesses to reach out to and offer their services, because that's just the way business operates. Marketing is probably the number one biggest problem that business owners have, right? The one thing that keeps business owners up at night, and one of the things that you have to play with when you go into a meeting, etc., and I'll be talking about this in later videos, but one of the things that you have to play with is the fact that this is one of the things that keeps them up at night, right? This is one of the things that scares them the most, which is not knowing where the next customer is going to be coming from. And that scares the living hell out of them. And it really puts them on their toes, and they want this thing handled. They want a predictable stream of customers on a monthly basis, so that they can pretty much just focus on creating the best product, creating the best service, whatever your niche is, and just serving their customers and being happy, and knowing that more customers are coming in pretty much on autopilot, and they never have to look at marketing ever again. So yeah, without stressing this out too long, longevity is massive, and it's one of the reasons why you should start an SMA. If you're afraid that it's not going to be around in a few years, I can totally say that it is. That doesn't mean that you should put off getting into SMA, simply because yes, it's going to have longevity. Yes, the SMA space is going to be around for quite a long time, but the agencies that get in now and start building that momentum, start building that clientele, they're gonna reap so many benefits going forward and establishing themselves as an authority in the digital marketing sphere, because the agency game is a lot about referrals, right? It's a lot about building authority. It's about who you've worked with in the past. This does not mean that you can't get clients without having had a clientele in the past, but the sooner you start, the sooner you can get past that the first hurdle of your first client, building your clientele, building your reputation, building your referral system, and really just building this flywheel effect that really makes the agency space and the agency game so much more effortless once you've been in it for 5-6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 4 years, whatever it is, right? So that is the second thing, longevity. The third reason is transferable skills. One of the things that I always say is the agency model is a cash flow lifestyle business and should be treated as such. It really ignites my passion to be working with clients whom I literally use their product, right? Like I'll be sitting across them on a client meeting and I literally tell them like, dude, I actually use your product. And when I reach out to them, I literally tell them, right? I feel like it also gives me a bit of goodwill from them, but that really ignites my passion, right? Working with really high level business owners and really working side by side and being respected by them. And also obviously the lifestyle and the money, etc., that's all good. But also one of the things that I love about SMA is that it gives you this plethora of transferable skills, right? Building a team, communicating, reporting, having to go out there and go against maybe your fear to put yourself, in front of clients, right? Sales, outreach, lead sourcing, marketing, paid ads, ad copy, creatives, media buying, like all this stuff, which is honestly it is mind-boggling the amount of skills that you will gain and you will garner throughout your SMMA journey. And it's honestly incredible, right? And you learn as you go, right? You don't have to have all these skills when you just start. Honestly, when I look back at the time I started my agency and then I compare myself to the version of myself that I am now, I'm honestly, awestruck almost. And when I think of the person that I'm gonna be in 6 months, 12 months, I'm quite excited, right? But it's honestly this incredible plethora of skills that then you can take and apply to other businesses, right? When you're ready to make the jump and really start your passion project, maybe later on in your life, right? And you want to maybe keep this as well. Maybe you want to keep this as a cash flow lifestyle business that generates the revenue, the money that you need to fund your passion project. Then you can apply all these skills. The marketing skills was honestly one of the, if not the most important skill to build a brand. Branding as well, sales as well, to get your idea out. Maybe you want to pitch your idea to investors, like all this stuff that I'm going to be able to apply when I'm really ready to put all my time, energy, resources, money, etc., into my passion project. And I might be doing that quite soon. I'm not sure if it will be my live project. One of the things that ignites my passion, for example, is creating content, but I definitely think I'm going to be starting up a little brand. But really, that's one of the things that I love about SMA, the fact that it's just not one dimensional, right? There's a ton of different dimensions, different skills that you will garner. You don't have to master them all, because I already know what a lot of you are thinking, that you just can't get into this because you are not experienced enough. You will learn the skills as you go, but it's not like day trading, for example, or crypto, where you're just mastering this one skill, which is honestly great, right? Like mastery of a one core skill is blissful and it gets you to a flow, etc., but it's harder to transition and to build those other skills to apply later on in your life when you're maybe just not feeling day trading or crypto, or it just doesn't quite fuel you as it used to. Okay, so that is the third thing. The fourth reason is that it's the fastest way to 6 figures. I made a video previous to this one talking about this whole concept, but really is by far the fastest way to get to 6 figures. And the reason why 6 figures just seems like a good number and a good spot to be is because at 6 figures, honestly, your life just changes drastically. And I can tell you from my experience that is just a spot where your life drastically changes. Even 10K a month, the difference between 8,333, which is officially 6 figures, and 10K a month, really not that drastic. They've actually done a ton of studies to show that increasing your revenue from, I think it was 70K a year or even 100K a year to 500K a year it doesn't add as much as going from literally like 0 or 20K a year to 100K a year, right? That is where you will see the most drastic change in your life, and where you will reap the rewards and see the rewards of the good money that you're making from your SMMA. So yeah, those are the 4 reasons why I think you should start an SMMA in 2020, and why I think you should do it now. Just get the ball rolling and just start thinking about the ways you can do it. Because one of the things that I can tell you guys without getting too deep or without digressing too much is, when you start thinking about something and when you have an objective in mind, your mind or whatever you want to call it, your infinite intelligence, just finds a way to get it done, right? Just finds a way to find the resources that you need to get you there, right? And so if you're constantly putting limits on your mind, or you're constantly giving yourself excuses why SMMA is not for you, or why you shouldn't start SMMA in 2020, if you're already looking into this, chances are you're considering it. If you're watching this for entertainment, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, I truly believe that you guys should get your jump start. Those are really 4 reasons out of hundreds and hundreds, and I really hope that you get into the space, and that you go head to head against me, potentially even, and we can have a good fun. But I truly believe that you guys should take the initiative, should take the step forward, and really start what's been a life-changing business model, and just business for me and for hundreds of other people. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. It really helps out a ton with the algorithm, helps out get my channel to a lot more people, and I would really appreciate that. Would really mean the world to me. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Also, leave down below any questions, any comments you may have about the video, and I'll be checking those out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm not quite sure what you're doing. There's a ton of content coming out in the upcoming days, all about sales and outreach, which is really the focus of this channel. I'm going to be putting a ton of content out there on this topic, which I don't see many people talk about, but also this 360 approach to SMMA. I think you guys are honestly gonna love it. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also, I'm posting on my Instagram stories, behind the scenes, daily stories, dropping value bombs, and really just giving you an actual look into me running my agency and actually doing what I preach. I show you client meetings, I show you me, literally signing clients, and I show you recordings of that. I also show you my team calls. I show you just a behind the scenes look. If you want to check that out, that is my username. Last thing is, if you haven't joined the free Facebook group community, I strongly recommend you do. It's honestly an incredible community full of like-minded people who are trying to scale their agency and level up in life. There's really people from all walks of life, people who have already started their agency and have a few clients under their belt. Also people who are just starting out and looking to sign their first client. So it's really an incredible community. I've capped it at 100 people to keep it tight and sweet. But if you want to lock in your spot, I strongly recommend you do that. Go ahead and check out the link in bio. And as always, guys, hope everything's going well in your agency journey, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.